PT Usha ji, who we had high hopes from. I hope that she realizes the folly of not standing up for women athletes.
us, and then it could have been solved. If that is not solving, then they can go to everywhere. But instead of that, they are going straight away to state. It is not good for the sports.
I feel sorry that Mary Kom has to maintain these kind of double standards for her to call her. As much as I respect her, she's a very renowned athlete, has brought accolades for her country, but unfortunately, she has been reduced to a political party which sent her to the parliament. No, our party is very clear that any woman, especially women who are in spaces which were, I would say, at one point in time, not accessible to them, barricaded for them, have now made space for themselves, have gone on to win Olympic medals, have gone on to win laurels for India, are now accusing an important person who's a member of parliament, six-term MP, plus also the chairman of the Wrestling Federation of India. They have raised some serious concerns about him and have also approached the prime minister and the government of the day. So we stand by our women wrestlers. That when we stand by them when they win laurels for our country, we need to stand by them when they're protesting for their own honor. So this is something that Shiv Sena stands by. And having said that, even in Maharashtra, one of the members of parliament who has now gone on to the along with the Bharatiya Janata Party has been accused of sexual harassment, but there is not a single FIR. The girl has been fighting, and she's not a well-known person, not like our women wrestlers, but also has been fighting on the same issues and has not been able to file an FIR. So it becomes, this could become a case study of how difficult it is for people who are in important positions of power, holding important positions in political parties backing them, to be able to get away without police doing its due diligence and a Supreme Court having to intervene to get them to file an FIR. Every woman in India struggling in every single space. Such kind of allegations sometimes are either brushed under the carpet, or the woman is too meek to be able to fight this out, or the woman feels helpless to fight this entire battle out because it is an uphill task, and sometimes she's just silenced. And this is something which, yes, you mentioned the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement in India did not really pick up, and we did not see people get any kind of face any kind of severe consequences. Today, we see a sitting MOS at that time, MEA, is trying to rebuild his life all over again. We see here of a Tarun Tejpal also, trying to come back into the, system again. So, I'm just taking a couple of names simply because to make people realize that it is an uphill task, and if the person on the other end who is being accused happens to be in position of power, then it's absolutely a no go for women who are struggling and who are fighting for this and fighting for their honor. And the biggest failure of our system has been that women have been unable to stand up for women. The biggest failure of women fighting for gender equality has been that women who are in political spaces, who are in positions of power, live in the silos of their political affiliation. This goes beyond politics. It is about gender equality and gender justice. You take the Minister of Women and Child Welfare. Have you heard her say any single thing about these women or come out in support? Have you heard Rekha Sharma, the NCW chairperson, come and say anything? I feel sorry that Mary Kom has to, maintain these kind of double standards for her to call her. As much as I respect her, she's a very renowned athlete, has brought accolades for her country, but unfortunately, she has been reduced to a political party which sent her to the parliament. Then we have PT Usha ji, who we had high hopes from. I hope that she realizes the folly of not standing up for women athletes, because I do remember that when in Kerala she accused of the government troubling her and interfering in her academy, where she had also said that women athletes who are getting trained in her academy stand to be sexually harassed. The entire nation stood behind her. And today, when the nation looks at someone who is the Indian Olympic Association chief, the first woman chief, I believe, as well as a sitting member of parliament, who probably has seen a bigger amount of struggle in her times, having to say that they are disgracing the nation or they are shaming the nation, because they're standing up for their rights is extremely saddening and extremely, I would say, I would say disappointing. So, A, I would make our police more independent of political forces and political environment. B, ensure that any woman who comes up and takes that one step to have her grievance registered and FIR filed, and FIR is filed, and let our courts be able to decide whether the woman is right or on the wrong. But denying her the very basic of an FIR, and by the way, even the Verma committee report had said this. This is something which is mandated in our laws, that any woman approaching any police station, it is the responsibility of a police station to be able to file an FIR. But we are seeing instances where FIR is just being refused to them. Some excuses are found. So that is something I would really want to see a lot more independent and independent of the political system and those who happen to be in power. The second most important thing I would want to see is not a toothless women and child welfare ministry, a more empowered, more understanding, and a more sensitive women and child welfare ministry, because right from the child to the woman are the ones who will shape the communities and the societies we live in. And if we reduce that also to the politics that is of the day, then I think we're doing gross injustice to gender equality, gender justice.